Want to be sure you are getting the most out of your retirement? For all the years of your retirement? That's the primary goal of More Living with Jim Brogan and our Dollars and Cents segment, where we provide you with an important financial tip that will help positively impact the quality of your life in retirement. And now, here's Jim with this week's Dollars and Cents tip.
To Roth or not to Roth? That is the question. Certainly, with the outcome of the election this week, I think it's somewhat likely we could see an extension of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act past the end of next year, which means tax rates, if that happens, may not be going up. However, we do have deficit spending at all-time highs, and we have federal debt pushing $36 trillion now. With today's tax rates, one thing I'm very confident in is that tax rates are not going to be lower in the future. I could be wrong. You never know with an all Republican sweep over the next 2 years. We could see tax rates go down, but overall, I think that's unlikely with our budget deficits. We are seeing more and more talk about the federal debt. Roth IRAs, being able to convert to Roth, where you take money out of an IRA, you go ahead and pay the income tax on it now at today's tax rate, and then later on, that money would be tax-free in retirement. You have to hold it for at least 5 years and until you're 59 and a half, and then it's income tax-free. I think deserves more and more serious consideration, because where are our tax rates going to be 8, 10, 12 years from now? And we don't know that, and we are shooting at a big moving target. But even if the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is extended, it's likely to not have enough votes to be a permanent extension, and it would probably also sunset just like it did when it was enacted in January of 2018. It was going to sunset at the end of next year. And so I think we just have to be really aware of where tax rates are likely to go in the future. Now, on the same point, when you're in your last 10 years of earnings before you retire, those are typically your highest earning years, and your taxable income in those years is typically going to be higher than at any other time in your life. And then what is your taxable income going to be when you retire? So even though tax rates may go up, your taxable income very well may go down. And so we're shooting a little bit of a moving target, and I do think Roth IRA in some ways is oversold. But I do think it deserves serious consideration over the coming years. Where a Roth IRA makes sense is if you can convert to a Roth now at a 22 or a 24% tax bracket, and the tax bracket 10 years from now is 28 or 33%, you're buying the taxes. It's almost like they're on sale. Now, there is an upfront tax cost. You have to be able to afford to pay that tax cost, and it decreases your investment base. And it's important, especially in the early years of retirement, that your investment base doesn't get depleted too much early on. But I think it's going to become more and more important as we move forward to look at tax strategy. Roth conversion is one of those strategies. So be sure that you got to look at the long game. It's not only how much tax might I pay now, it's also how much tax might I pay in the future.
That's our Dollars and Cents segment for this week. You can find this week's Dollars and Cents segment and others by visiting BroganFinancial.com.